rooted in the word. You know, the word is there for us to truly build a strong connection. If not with others, definitely with God. And because it's there for us to build a strong connection, it should also be studied daily for our protection. But everyone struggles with growth, and there are several reasons for it. You know, we dabble with it, waiting on somebody else to deliver it to us based on their interpretation. Or we only go to it when it suits us. We walk in and out of it, even though the word remains. We don't. We abandon the word. We set it aside for it to collect dust instead of allowing the word to collect us. And when some of us return to it, we stumble with the word. We may even fall. That's not a laughing matter to anybody. It will happen to us all. But how many times does man or men fall? The word that I read said at least 7 times. And the last time I read it, no one was exempt. Some of us were raised in the word. We were structured in the word. But then some of us turn around and stray away from the word. Or its roots weren't deep enough to grab hold of an unshakable foundation. Some of us want to be sprouted up prematurely. And some of us have never been buried deep enough. Let that sink in. See, the word never left us. It is us that leave the word. And when we leave the word, we leave our burial, we leave our watering, we leave our nurturing, we leave our cultivation. Yet we'll all demand to stand tall amongst the trees. That ain't deep enough yet, is it? Okay. Well, we must fight to get it back. In other words, we must sacrifice to get it back in us. But with a much deeper understanding. We must be buried again. And again. And again. Until God releases us from his soil. Even then, still take us years to grow. The process of any new creation, it's never overnight. It's over time. Days, weeks, months, years, decades even. But we must replant ourselves within. This is what I mean. If you've ever heard me say it begins in the dark. Don't get me misunderstood. We must understand the story of good old Nicodemus. Nicodemus had a misunderstanding. He couldn't comprehend the meaning of a thing. You should check that story out. It's a great illustration. But it's deeper than any flesh could ever imagine. Are you rooted deep enough? Are we rooted deep enough? What if when we meet him, will we be able to dialogue with him about what he wrote as instructions for us to follow? Or will we dodge him by saying, well, that's what I was told? I don't think that statement is going to work. What a word that will be. We can't allow our conversations with him to be a word salad. His diet is the real manna from a place we are all striving to get to. One thing's for sure, he is not hungry for food. He is hungry for us. It's time for us to get back rooted. This is a shaky foundation in today's world.